The message that consultation lies at the heart of any successful productivity scheme is certainly not a new one, but it still seems to be lost on large areas of British management. And bringing the workforce round to your side doesn't have to stop at consultation. British companies have been slow to realise that the workforce can be used constructively to help the business. One example of this is an idea which has been imported from Japan called quality circles. They can work anywhere, in any kind of industrial process, even in a television studio. Well, we don't have quality circles at the BBC, but here's what would happen if we did. The circle has to be allowed to operate in company time. Work would stop for perhaps an hour, and volunteer members of the production unit would meet to discuss their problems. Well, the meeting is chaired by the foreman, in our case, the technical manager. And he would want, say, one person from cameras, one studio engineer, the floor manager, a sound technician, and a show working supervisor. Well, between them, they have a broad knowledge of how the studio works, broader, perhaps, than the producers and directors in charge of individual programs. Any problem can be discussed. Suggestions are noted by the chairman, who would then normally report them to middle management. Jim Rooney is one of the founding fathers of quality circles in this country. Chief among the companies he advises is Rolls-Royce Aero Engines. Jim Rooney, what are the kind of improvements that can be brought about by the use of quality circles?
Well, quality circles do allow people within their own industry to be allowed to display the wide knowledge and experience that they have acquired down through the years in association with that industry. It also allows the members of the circle to acquire self-esteem and self-respect and the individuality of the person that has been lost within the industry. It gives an opportunity for them to subscribe to the many improvements within that industry, namely improvements in productivity, improvements in quality, and thereby the reduction in costs.
Is it really necessary to have an organised structure of this kind before people will get together to begin to air their problems and criticisms?
Yes, indeed. If you would consider that if you try to allow this to come together in an ad hoc fashion, it will finish up with people actually blaming each other for the many problems, with the problem still continuing. The quality circles helps people to see the problem, to allow judgment to be passed on that problem, and to show the improvements that can indeed be made from their own particular application to those problems.
Now, do middle management accept these criticisms and problems, especially if it may mean that someone on their level hasn't actually been doing their job properly?
Well, again, we've got to get away from this particular thought of people themselves having the prerogative of the right of solving problems in industry. We've got to see problems in industry being shared by everyone, from the chairman of the company down to the most recent intake on a Monday morning. And if we can spread evenly the sharing of those problems, we will help to reduce much of the us and them situation that's existing in the industry.
Jim Rooney, thank you.